Let's say you have a problem that you want to solve, and maybe it's an ongoing problem. Maybe you want to eat healthy consistently, and you just can't seem to do it. You want to exercise consistently, and you can't seem to do it. You try from time to time, you get gym memberships, you try these different diets, but then they come and go, and you're never at a place that you want to be. I have a solution that might work out pretty well for you, and then there's a theory behind it that I'll explain. Here's what it is. Spend 1 week of your time, just take out 1 week and focus and work on that problem as much as you can in that 1 week. And here's why, and I want to use building a fire as an analogy. When I build a little fire in my backyard, I don't just take a couple logs, throw them on the ground, and take a match and throw it on it. That'll never get started. I have to find some dry twigs and maybe some wood shavings and put them in a little pile and then light it to get it going. Maybe even blow on it, nurse it. And then take a couple of little sticks and maybe make a little teepee around it or put them on top of them and hopefully those will take and get going. Then I put some bigger sticks. Then I start concentrating on some thin logs. Okay, after I would say maybe 10 to 20 minutes, I'm to a point where I can start putting some smaller logs on this fire, and I can kind of sit back and start to stoke the fire, and every once in a while put a log on it. But it's that first, I would say probably 10 to 20 minutes that are the crucial part that I really have to focus on getting the fire going. Once I get the fire going, it's going to be easier after that. Okay. So let's say your goal is you want to eat healthy consistently. What you would do is you would take like Sunday. Let's say you're going to start your week on Sunday. Okay, that day you put together your plan. Okay, this is what I'm going to eat throughout the week. These are the recipes I want to make. I want to make sure I have the tools I need in my kitchen to put together these recipes. I want to get all of the ingredients and make sure I have all this stuff on hand. I want to make sure I have the knowledge of how to put together these ingredients into these recipes. And then Monday through Saturday, you put together these recipes. And over the course of the week, you fine tune them so that they taste better, because you're going to want things that taste good if you're going to want to, consistently eat healthy. And trust me, I've eaten healthier and healthier over the years, and you can find things that taste good. But once you do that, then by the end of the week, what happens is you're going to feel great about yourself that you persevered through the whole week eating really healthy. You're going to prove to yourself, like, I can do a whole week. Secondly, you're going to have a lot of new knowledge, especially if throughout the week you're listening to podcasts and audiobooks and stuff like that on how to eat healthy. You're going to have a lot of new knowledge. You're going to have some dishes that you really like. In other words, you would have started to get a fire going. Okay, you have a fire going at this point. Now, all you really have to do is, you're going to have to add logs every once in a while, just like you're going to have to fine tune your diet. You're going to have to put some effort into it. But the hardest part is over. So you've got a little fire going at this point. So consider that for yourself. Consider taking a week and focusing totally on getting this fire going. Whatever this thing is that you want to work on. It could be anything. It could be learning the guitar. It could be maybe you're not a super patient person. You want to become more patient. You just spend a week focusing so much on that. You're going to get a fire started. And then after that, it should be easier for you once you get that momentum to carry it on.